Hey y'all, I'm Mykael Henry. I'm from Seattle, Washington, Pacific Northwest. Really, I'm from Federal, Washington. It's only about like 25 to 30 minutes south of Seattle. Um, Growing up in Seattle or Federal Way, honestly, things were very like chill and calm. As you can tell, it's West Coast, Pacific Northwest. Real big on diversity, real big on LGBTQ, real big on just being open and being accepting and not being a prude or not being so narrow-minded or ignorant. So growing up in Fed really, yeah, we call it Fed. Growing up in Fed really taught me just, I feel, like how to be open and how to definitely mingle and interact with different people from all different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different views, and to not judge, and to not judge off of just first glance or judging the book by the cover. I think it really started probably through grade school, primary, I would say third, fourth, fifth grade. I remember that was when I started to see, people of color and people, with brown skin really pop up in Federal Way more. Because I grew up in Federal Way. I was in Federal Way since preschool. And I can tell you right now, I was probably one of maybe 2 or 3 other black kids in my class of 20 or even 30. So growing up, going into middle school, I definitely started to, get a feel for all different cultures, different people, different backgrounds, and how they, did their life or how they carried themselves. From that, I saw the bad and I saw the good. From the kids who were out there being reckless and getting in trouble to the kids who were, in Cambridge classes. I was in Cambridge classes myself, but kids were in Cambridge classes, doing their work and, the goodies. Me, myself, I was always a part of both groups because I played sports, with a lot of my, people, a lot of the guys who were of color. And then I also just had friends in my Cambridge classes, and I was very well spoken. I was very smart and intellectual. I never shied down from mental, intellectual battles. I was always striving to, be, the best in the times tables or the best, have the highest grade in the class and stuff. I was always fun to me. And the same thing, went in sports or just out with my friends. We always competed. So I would say that right there definitely was the basis of me getting my competitive drive and me getting, my work ethic and me wanting to make sure whatever I do that I care about, I want to make sure it's quality and I make sure I'm putting the best out that I can possibly, But also growing up in Federal Way, I feel like I got a sense of this urgency. And when I say urgency, I mean towards my life and how I wanted it to be. I knew at a young age that I had to start thinking about this early. I would see other people, especially the older guys so I played up in sports, so the older guys that played with sports, I would hear about, this guy getting the offer, or this guy getting this, or this team trying to get him to come play for them, whatever with the woo. But then I also saw when those star players or highlighted players or people that they wanted to get or pick up, they would do things and would put them in positions to where they would get in trouble, maybe even in jail, and then that turned into that team or that school not even wanting to deal with them, not even wanting them. So I feel like that right there itself. I'm sorry, it's a little hot. I feel like that right there itself definitely taught me that things aren't handed to you. And especially being, a man of color in America, as soon as you make one mistake, they'll snatch it from you real quick. And that's just the way it goes, and that's just how it has to be. And that right there, I feel like is the biggest thing I could take from living in Federal Way. To be honest, I feel like I always strive and always wanted to be great. I always strive and always knew, I need a plan, knew I needed a goal, and I knew I needed steps to achieve it. And I feel like I've been like this since I was like, like a preteen in middle school just trying to, hoop. And so that right there is the biggest takeaway I can think of from my neighborhood and what is implemented in me. And to be honest, without that, I don't think that I would even be the man I am today. Going to St. John's University in New York, or even sitting here doing this speech over the phone, and being able to handle myself and make sure that I'm straight in a time when of crisis. But Federal Way, honestly, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the people I've met there. Grateful for the people who've taught me things, these life lessons that I always hold dear to my heart. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You should go visit sometime.